Hello friends, it's Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design. Welcome to Make and Take Tuesday. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I enjoyed my break. Hope you enjoyed yours, ate lots of pie, lots of laughs, lots of hugs. But now we got to get back to business and get serious about Christmas crafting. So I'm starting a series now where I'll be sharing different new collections featuring them and different projects. And today we're going to look at Mintay Paper's White Christmas. This collection is probably my favorite new release this year. I've not bought a lot of Mintay, not because I'm not a fan, but because I'm trying to not expand my paper collection overly much. But when I saw this collection, I was like, oh dear, I think I have to have it. The color palette is stunning to begin with. These beautiful teals and reds, which is one of my favorite color combinations. The images are just precious. The patterned papers are beautiful. Look, wood grain, peppermint stripe, this great tone-on-tone snowflake print, floral, small floral, gingham, and then look at these adorable little images. And then on the back, some fun things we can do with that. And then just a quick look at the actual 6x6 pages, which are stunning. Really, really stunning. Almost instant cards, you know. So my thought is we would work together and make a folio. And then always Mintay has inside the cover cut-aparts. I went ahead and got the 6x8 patterns pad. Look at this great cable knit, a wonderful check, tone-on-tone green, these great aqua dots, burlap print, this beautiful botanical, snowflakes, stars, sort of a canvas print, a floral, a sweater print, these great shuttered doors, and on the back side, the image of the barn, the farm, and then some cut-aparts, some really beautiful cut-aparts. So look at this green, so pretty. Had to have these, so I have both of those. And then I also got the, what are these called? Die cuts. That wasn't so hard. Die cuts, and these are really pretty. And I love their packaging because you can repurpose this and make beautiful things. But look at these precious little die cuts. Lanterns, this adorable little Volkswagen bug with the flowers, lots of nice Santas, poinsettias, beautiful Christmas tree, floral clusters, Christmas star packages. I mean, just really beautiful. Look at this sweet little squirrel. These are really pretty. I don't always buy die cuts because I do like to fussy cut, but these are so nice and they're such good quality. I decided I needed to have them. Look at this sweet little bird and the holly. Gorgeous little deer. Santa's sleigh. So we can make some fun things with those. And then I also got what they call paper elements, and these are kind of cool. I know you guys like to see these things. That's why I take the time to go through it. If you don't like this part of the video, go ahead and jump ahead to the tutorial. But look at these precious little tags. Those are sweet. Little round circle pieces that make great focal points, labels. The colors in this are just beautiful. Look at this scene. 25. So, yeah, I did not resist. I went ahead and let this fall into the cart, and I'm not sorry. Because it's beautiful. Okay, this is what I wanted you to see. Those are all the tags and things, but then look, there's all these cute little foldable envelopes, which we can do fun things with. So that's the paper collection, and I think what we're going to do is make a folio, a simple folio. a holiday folio that we can put our pictures and memories and things in. So let me clear space, get things set up, and I'll be back and we'll get started. So what are we going to make? How about this adorable 6.5 by 6.5 folio? Super easy base design, really quick to make. You can use whatever papers you have in your stash. You can doll it all up like I've done here, keep it super simple. So what we have are a beautiful shaker frame. This is a Rene Bouquet snowflake frame, and I've put shaker elements down in here. They're in there. See, there they are. So cute. So it looks like it's snowing inside the frame. Really pretty. Here's our Santa, one of the Rene Bouquet's snowflakes, a button, some flowers I had in my stash, and I've just tucked little fussy cut bits and bobs in with some greenery that I had and these berries that were in my stash. On the spine, I've got a really simple little dangle charm, a Santa boot, a present, and a mitten. And on the back, a little label. This is a natural linen ribbon. It was snowflakes. It was 1.5 inches wide, but I tore it in half to be 3/4 of an inch wide. And I really like the rustic look that it lends to the folio. So let's see what's inside. Oh, and I will tell you a tip. I'm going to come back with my dry as clear glue. And if I just put a little on my fingers and I tap down along the edges, almost just like sort of running my fingers along the edges, it will keep this ribbon from fraying. So that's a really good tip that I wanted to share with you. Of course, then you have to let it dry, but it works really, really well. So what you can do is trim off all your little stragglers. And once you've got them trimmed, then you can come in with your dry as clear just on your fingertips, or if you don't want to do that, you could probably use a sponge. I just always use my fingertips, and it will keep this from continuing to fray. All right, so let's open it up. The inside is so sweet. Over here, we've got a fun flip page with a little turn tab, a little pocket that we can put some photos or goodies in. Then over here, we've got a magnetic. This is 5 by 5 and uses all these wonderful papers. So it's magnetized both here and here, and I'll show you how to do that in the tutorial. Then this flips out, and we actually have a little hidden pocket that we tucked into the side with one of these cute envelopes. You can stick a little gift card in there or a little secret message in there, super cute. And then a little Kinetic Waterfall feature. I love making these. They're so fun to flip back and forth. So there's that. Then in the center, this is really a fun little element. This is a gatefold opening. And on the inside, you can see there's your house and barn. And then we've got a little flip up page here with room for more photos and a tuck spot. And another little tuck spot. This will go underneath here too. So you can add your photos underneath, and you can do your journaling on the back of the little tag. So really, for no bigger than it is, room for quite a few nice sized photos. Really cute to set out as part of your holiday decor. Or I forgot to show you, the package pulls out here, and this tag pulls out here, so you have journaling there as well. So super cute. You'll learn how to make the Kinetic Waterfall. You'll learn how to make and score the album. A lot of the decor I'm leaving up to you, but I think you're going to enjoy this project, and it's super fun for Christmas. So let's get started. All right, let's start by building the folio base. I had one sheet of 18 by 12 inch 110-pound natural cardstock in my stash. If you don't have this long piece, you can always join together two 8.5 by 11 pieces with 1/4 inch Scor-Tape and then trim them to a width of 18 inches, and you'll get the same effect. So I trimmed this to a height of 6.5. So I have 18 by 6.5. Then I put it on my scoring tool and I scored at 6.5. I scored at 7.5. I folded, I scored at 6.5, and that leaves me with this lovely little flap. Then I took the offcut, which is going to be 5.5 inches high, and I scored this at 3 and at 8, and then I folded and I scored it at 5. And this is going to be a little enclosed accordion pullout that attaches to our flap page right here. Okay, so that's the basics, and all the measurements will be in the description box below, so you don't feel like you have to frantically write these down. I'm going to ink all of my edges with aged mahogany distress ink. I think that will look good in the background with this. Then for your liners, I chose, because of the color palette, I chose to go with this pretty red. This is Recollections cardstock, the 65-pound, and I think it was a Christmas pack that had this red. And I chose this soft aqua. This is called Ocean Mist, and I believe this is from Paper Tray Ink. So here's our two colors, and you can see they look beautiful with the patterned paper, but still Christmassy. All right, friends, now that you've got your folio all scored, I'm gonna talk to you about the liners. And I used a cherry cobbler. It's actually, this is Recollections, but it's kind of a dark cherry color. It's really pretty with the aqua and really beautiful with the paper collection. So you want to cut your red liners. You're going to need 2 that are 6.5 by 6.5. And you can see I completely covered the white. And then the layer over that is 6.25 by 6.25. And you're going to need 2 of those. Then for the inside, you're going to need 2 that are 6 3/8 by 6.5, and 2 that are 6 1/8 by 6.25. All right, and I painted all my edges with aged mahogany distress paint. It was a really good match, and it was quicker than inking, which can get tedious. And I know it's sloppy, but it's going to look really, really good when it's all done. Then for your little flaps over here, these are, you're going to need 1 that is 4 by 6.5 and 1 that is 3 7/8 by 6.5. And then you're going to need, for the aqua, you're going to need 1 that is 3 3/4 by 6.25. Oops, 1 that is 3.5 by 6.25, and 1 that is 3 3/4 by 6.25. So I will, I'll put those in the description box below, so you don't have to worry about that. The spines for your red, it is 7/8 by 6.5, and for the aqua, it is 5/8 by 6.25. And then just either ink, or you can leave yours white. I just didn't want it white. I wanted it red and aqua. And so I'm pretty pleased with the way this turned out. All right. Then you've got an offcut from your paper. And if you don't, you can make one. This is also 18 inches, see, by 5. I've scored it at 3, and then I folded and I scored at 5 and 5 and 5. So you've got 3 5 by 5 panels here and 3 5 by 5 panels here. I'm just going to put the measurements below because it's too confusing to give them all to you. But anyway, this is going to look like this. So you've got this little front flap here, and then this pulls out. On the back, like here's the front, just flip it like this. So over here on the right side, I've put a 1 1/4 inch by 5 inch piece of our red. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this into a pocket We're going to take our Scor-Tape. We're going to put Scor-Tape on the top. And on the bottom. But not anywhere else. And this is going to rest on this flap like this, so that when you flip this open, here's your covered paper, and you're going to have a couple of tags that can go in this pocket, which is really fun. Okay, so you're also going to need Scor-Tape here to here. So that stuff doesn't fall out of the pocket. I want to show you how to install this. So there's the flap open, close your flap. And then from your 6x8 patterns, cut a 3.5-inch strip off the bottom, and then trim this into two 3.5 by 1 inch pieces. And you're just going to glue these down. And you can use the pattern side if you want. I like the snowflakes, so I'm going to put these just like this here. And I inked the edges with gathered twigs. Okay. So come in with your accordion pull out. Remove your tape. And I'm going to slide this to like catch that little this centered. Now look, see? And you've got a pocket here. So that's a really fun thing to do. And then it will open like this and pull out like this, okay? The next thing we're going to do is set our magnets to hold this little accordion closed. So these came, I don't know if it was a factory mistake or what, but these came without the sticky on them. So we're going to have to create our own sticky. And put this down. I want it right about here so I can get around it well. Then I'm going to take another one. See how it goes right to the magnet? Take a little piece of Scor-Tape and put it on the top. Close your flap. And that's where this one will sit. And then you just put this down. So if you have magnets that don't have the adhesive backing, I usually get basic gray, and I thought that's what these were, but they did not come with the adhesive backing. So that's how you fix that. So I flipped this page and I put my magnet down and it grabbed the magnet behind, and I'm just repeating this process so that this whole little accordion assembly doesn't flap around and is nice and neat. And then of course you'll cover these pages with the same 4 5/8 by 4 7/8 inch panels of paper. You can use whatever patterns you like, but that is how that works. here to your right hand flap, and we've got our liner. Just to refresh your memory, this is 6 1/8 by 6 1/4, and this is going to go right here, but don't glue it down. Go into your 6 by 6 pad and take out this beautiful 6 by 6 piece, and we're going to score a 1/2 inch flap on the top. And now we can glue this whole page down to the base. And this is going to lift up, and I went into my 6 by 8 and I took this pretty plaid pattern, scored 2 inches along the bottom and folded up to make a little flap pocket. I took 2 1-inch by 1 3/4 inch wide scraps of my aqua paper, and these are going to go inside that pocket flap as a gusset. And the reason we use a gusset is that it gives us the full width of the pocket. Okay. Then put your adhesive on the top. Fold up. And this is going to glue down right underneath our pretty patterned page. So you have something pretty to look at, but then you also have room to add a nice large photo on the top. All right, friends, now we're going to work on this center panel. I will show you over here, I just added this little tab, and I lined my pocket with a scrap of our patterned paper. It's just 1/4 inch smaller. So here's our liner, and again, this is 6 1/8 by 6 1/4. I have a 6 by 6 piece of our polka dot paper from the 6 by 8 pad, and I'm going to glue this down. This has the burlap pattern on the back. And then I took this 6 by 6 from the 6 by 6 pad, scored a 1/2 inch flap along the top, and we're going to glue this actually back behind this piece. So let me pull this up. This is going to look like that. Okay, you with me so far? Then also from your 6 by 8, you've got these red shutters. Trim these to a height of 6 inches, and then cut them right up the middle at 3. Okay, then from the offcut, I want you to cut a couple of little hinges and fold these so that the red side is on the inside, and glue these on the sides of the shutters like this. All right, So now when you open this, you have the red here on the edges. Take this piece and wrap it around the back like that. And then put your adhesive here. Our little hinge. So look how cute this is. This opens out, and this, whoops, flips up. So you've got lots of room for pictures or journaling. Really fun. Isn't that fun? I like that. So now we're going to take this whole piece and glue it down to our center panel. So a funny thing happened on the way back from taking time off, and that is that I messed up when videotaping, and I thought I was taping and I wasn't taping. So I want to go over this little gatefold section with you one more time. On the inside, I've glued down just a couple of little tuck spots, and then I took this tiny tag from my extras and put it in there. Added a little holly leaf right here as a turn tab. Now when you put together this little collage on the front, you only put your adhesive on the side of your scalloped circle. You can glue down the poinsettias, you can glue down the bird and the Moravian star, you can glue these down, you can glue the packages down, but when it comes to the squirrel, you just do his tail and his body, but not his head, because his head is the tuck spot for your gate closure. Now, I want to talk about this Kinetic Waterfall. This, I thought I filmed it. What I filmed was myself prepping it and not actually making it. So we're going to make this, we're going to recreate this together so that you will know how to do it. These are super fun, super easy. And once you learn how to do it, you'll want to add them to everything because they're great. I glued down the sides and the bottom of this little ticket so that it would become a pocket for this tag. And then on the sleigh, I just put the runners and the back side, a little adhesive, so that I could tuck the package into the sleigh, just to make a fun little interactive element there. All right. So I'm going to move this out of the way and I'll show you how to create this Kinetic Waterfall. I have 2 pieces of my red cardstock, and they both measure 3 3/4 by 6 1/4. And then you're going to need 3 3/4 inch squares for the little turn mechanisms, and I like to choose paper that does not have a directional pattern on the back side. I just find that that works better. And then you're also going to need one piece that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Take this 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch piece and glue it down so that you have even margins on the bottom, the right, and the left on one of your panels. So it looks like that. All right? Straight is also good. I'll tell you guys, coming out of retirement is hard. All right, take your other piece, and I want you to score a 1/2 inch flap at the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2 inch flaps. And score each of these flaps really well. Take the top 1/2 inch and glue it back behind your other 6 1/4 panel, the one that has the cable knit sweater. All right. So this is the front, this is the back. Now bring in a piece of your cardstock from the offcut, and I'm going to line this up. So I have about 5/8 of an inch on each side. Oops, crooked. So this ends up being just about 4 3/4 inches. Come up about halfway between the bottom and the top score line, and just fold these flaps over, but don't do it too tightly. You want to have a little bit of play here so that your mechanism will run smoothly. Then come in with your adhesive, and along the outside edge put your adhesive. Oops. So see now, when you pull on the bottom, oops, the top mechanism moves sort of like a roll top desk. All right. I've taken this little cookie, and I'm going to put adhesive on the top 3 little pieces, and once that dries, that will be our pull tab for the mechanism. I find this is easiest to do if you start at the bottom with your 3 3/4 inch panels, and you're going to put your adhesive, a very thin bead, just below your scored line. So let me see. I'm going to put the snowflakes up. So there's 1. And you want to line this up and then put your adhesive down here. There's 2. And then put your adhesive here. Just stay below that fold and you'll be fine. Got that light in my eye, so this one is crooked. I'm just going to go in and fix that real quick before it sets up. There we go. There we go. And one here. Let me cut one more. All right, and see, now you pull this and they slide up and down just as nice as you please. So that's how you make this. Now when you install it, it's very important that you only put your adhesive on the little belt. Don't put adhesive anywhere else or it will not move. You've made it so it doesn't move. Just put your adhesive here and then install it on your little, the back of your little flat page, and there's your mechanism. All right, friends, let's get you up to speed. I finished the inside. I put this piece of that pretty blue gingham on the front. This is a 6 by 6. Then added a little 5/8 of an inch by 6 inch strip of the snowflake here, and a 6 by 6 of the snowflake on the back. We're going to add our ribbon closure now. And for that, I want some 1/2 inch Scor-Tape. And we're going to run this right around the middle, just like we always do. Over the spine. And around the back. And with Scor-Tape, you always have to press it down for it to really stick well. And then I went into my stash and I found some of this old, this is so pretty. This was a snowflake ribbon, and it has like these frayed edges, which I really like. And it's got our red in it, but snowflakes. It's kind of, I don't know, I kind of like the rustic look of it. So I'm going to peel back. I'm going to just put this down. And I've got lots of it. I think this was originally 1.5 inches wide, and I tore it. Like I cut and tore because it's a natural fiber, so you can do that. All right, look at that. That's perfect. I cut from the 6 by 8 pad this window pane scene and then hit it with some glitter. So this is 3 3/4 by about 3 7/8. I backed it with a piece of chipboard just to lend it some stability. And we're going to put this down in the center. I wanted that chipboard on there so that I didn't have a weird bump going over our ribbon. Then I fussy cut some little elements from the 6 by 8 paper pad, and we're just going to build a little scene. Put a little you have this cute little squirrel. And he's gonna bridge the distance between the two panes. I'm gonna come in with some shaker elements. These are Winter Wonder sparklets. Okay, a few of those in. This is a big shaker frame that I'm about to put on here, so I'm being pretty generous. These are doodads. They're really sparkly. I like them. These are Polar Wind. I just want to make sure I have them flipped over so that their sparkly side shows. All right, I got all my little gems flipped around. This is a Rene Bouquet's snowflake frame, and I heat embossed it. I'll show you the embossing powder. It's from Wow. I think it's called Powdered Snow. It's a new color. It's quite beautiful. I've put 2 rows of 1/8 inch foam tape, and the foam tape is around the outside edge. I'm just going to line this up, press it down. Look how pretty that is with all the snow shimmer. So now I want to add some flowers and some more ribbon and some little embellishments, and then we'll finish. All right, friends, so we're going to start adding our floral elements, and you can see this is just a little branch that I picked up a Christmas arrangement from the clearance basket last year. It was pretty ugly, but these little berries were cute, as were these little cedar boughs and this little evergreen bough. So I'm going to put these in. I'm layering these in. This is tricky because they have a lot of open holes in them, so I'm trying not to burn my fingers. That's my goal. All right. Actually, let's put this up here as well. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. Now I've got this big, beautiful Prima flower that I'm going to put down in the corner as my anchor. Looks really good with the berries and the branches. I like it. And I've got a white one. I think I might tuck in. Oh, look, see, I've got this little bird. This is why I wanted branches up here. I wanted my little bird to look like he's on the branches. So let me tuck him right in here. There we go. All right. Go. That looks good. There's our cute little bird. All right. Got these little pine cones that I want to tuck in. One here. One here. So now I'm just tucking things into the arrangement. I tucked these white beads in under the cream colored flower. I'm going to take this fussy cut gingerbread cookie and tuck it in between these 2 red flowers. And I'm going to take this smaller one and tuck it in right here between these berries. That's super cute. Okay. Yeah, let's tuck one in right there. That's cute. So I want to tuck my Santa in here with my berries. Kind of like this, kind of overlapping. All right, friends, it's all finished. All finished. I added this little snowflake. This is a Rene Bouquets that I heat embossed, and a little stitched button here. And then on the spine, a little dangle charm, just a little Santa boot, a present, and a mitten. And that finishes this project off for Make and Take Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give this little folio a try. You can use whatever papers you have in your stash. It's super fun to make and easy too. And you'll find a linked supply list on my blog, and I'll put the link to my blog in the description box. And I'll also write down the basic measurements and scores for the basic folio. Not for all the little things, but the basic folio. You can find that below. And that's it for me, Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Go get your craft on. See you Thursday. Bye.